I will be playing the role as a physical therapist. Um,
And I will be playing the role as an injured college athlete.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'll be your physical therapist today. How are you?
Good, I'm David. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dave. So, you obviously have an injury,
Mm-hmm.
and before I do any kind of work with you, any kind of rehab, I usually like to just meet with the client. Usually the parents are here, but you're a college athlete. You can do this by yourself, and just figure out what's going on. What seems to be the problem?
Well, as you can see, as I'm really here for, is I suffered a torn ACL during one of my basketball practices, and I'm currently only in my junior year of college, and I graduate next year. But I'm more focused on not being able to play my senior year because that means a lot to me to be able to finish off my college experience by playing it all 4 years. But I don't think I'm able to do that now, and not only do I have to worry about that, right now it's a struggle to get around campus. I have to take off work because I'm not able to go in and actually do anything. So I feel like I have a lot of stress and I have a lot of problems that I need to solve, but I don't know how to solve them all because this seems like such a dead end problem. It seems like I can't go anywhere
Uh
with
huh.
this.
Okay. Can I ask how you injured it? Were you like coming down from a layup, or were you just running, or?
No, that's exactly what happened. I was coming down from a layup and I landed on it bad.
Okay. Did you land on somebody's foot, or just landed on it
No,
bad?
it just the floor. Maybe my ankle was turned and that could have caused something, but it happened so quickly and it's kind of disturbing to even think about it now, honestly.
Okay. And what would you say on a scale of 1 to 10 that the pain was as soon as it happened?
An excruciating 10.
Okay. And you said you're a junior,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at least you have your senior year to look forward to. Um, when does your senior year of basketball start? Like, how many months do you have until then?
We usually come about 3 weeks early prior to the beginning of the school year. So when school begins in early September, I come back the second week of August usually.
Okay. Um, have you had surgery on the ACL yet, or are you just
No, I'm scheduled to have surgery on it next week, but
okay? Um, so I definitely think that if you're having surgery next week, you should be able to make it back for your senior year. Um, what do you do as a job?
I work in a grocery store actually. I stock shelves, which requires me to walk around a bunch, help customers, and take them to whatever they're looking for. And sometimes I'm asked to go outside and get shopping carts to bring them back into the store. But all of that requires me to move around. I can't do any of that sitting down or from crutches.
Okay, and I'm guessing you rely on the money from that to.
Oh, absolutely. This is my only real source of income, so I could be able to pay for things at school. So if I'm not able to work, I have to basically live off of what I have been saving for the last couple of weeks. But after that, eventually, I guess I'm just gonna run out of finances, and I don't know what to really do then.
Okay, so do you live on or off campus?
I live off campus with a few roommates.
Okay, and I'm assuming that the rent is monthly.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to figure out something now.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So before we move on to anything else, I think we have to figure out, things before basketball because there's obviously more important things in basketball in life, like getting your college education. So, is there anything that you can think of that you can make, to make money, any other source of income?
Um, I think that's the real difficult part. I mean, I'm someone who I'm so used to being active and I'm so used to being on my feet. Even if I wasn't working to be paid, if I was at a charity event or some sort of fundraiser, I love being able to be active and be able to physically help people. But I don't see any purpose if I'm not able to be who I used to be.
Okay. Do you work at Weiss?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've had clients like you before, not basketball, but I had a girl that tore ACL during tennis, and I had a girl that also tore her MCL during running, and they both worked at Weiss. They're cashiers. I think that your best option, and I don't want to tell you a plan, but your best option would be to go to your management maybe and ask if you can become a cashier, because they'll allow you to sit on a stool, and that way you have a source of income. That way you can pay your bills and not have to worry about that.
Okay.
The next thing that we'll have to figure out is, what kind of rehab would you like to do? Are you like somebody that likes to really push it, or you want to take it slow and easy, or?
Well, I'm someone who I would like to get the rehab done with as quick as I can, but I want it to be done right. So I'm not gonna rush through it just for me to get hurt again. I will really try my best and work my hardest through the rehab so that I'm able to fully heal and be back on the court as soon as I can.
Okay. And you said your surgery is next week, correct?
Yeah.
And you're having that at the University of Rochester, I think you told me before this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think our best option would be from here, once you have your surgery, we can possibly meet again, and that way we can figure everything out from there.
Okay, no, that sounds like a good idea. That's really what I was planning to come in and do today, was just to kind of find out a base plan and, I don't know, give myself a little bit of motivation to get through the next couple of months, because this is really, stressing me out. I don't really have that much support from my roommates, my girlfriend, or my family right now, so it just really seemed like I was the only one that's, could help myself through this.
So nobody's assisting you?
People are assisting me, just because I am injured, but it doesn't. I'm not really getting the motivation that I really need. They just come and help me get a cup of water if I'm thirsty, or help me walk from one end of the room to the other. But that's really it. There's no one really telling me that it's gonna be okay. I don't even know if it's gonna be okay.
Okay. Is this affecting like your grades in any way, or?
I mean, all of this has happened so recently, so I can't tell. Definitely having the injury has put a roadblock in my workload, because now I have much more trouble getting to computer lounges or to a library. But I dwell on it a lot, honestly. I don't know. I thought I had more stability within my family and within my friendships, but it doesn't really seem like that now.
Okay. And what program are you in?
Oh, I'm going to be an occupational therapist.
Okay, and that absolutely involves you moving around with different clients and stuff. I'm sure that you do some kind of volunteer, and I'm sure that you have to be able to move around and assist clients there.
Yeah, it's ironic. I have to be the one who's able to, help clients who they might have be in crutches and wheelchairs, but now I'm the one that's in this spot.
Okay, so have you talked to any of your professors about this? Do they know that this even happened?
Yeah, I have my one professor who's my advisor. She talked to me a little bit how I can reach out to her if I need any help with grades or studying tactics. Or she said that she has known another student who has had something like this, and they've been able to push through it. But that's really it. Other teachers just kind of show me a little bit of sympathy.
Okay. So did she mention anything about how this would affect you, if there was any other options for you to be able to complete your course?
Well, right now the semester is coming to an end, so luckily I was able to get a lot of it out of the way. But there is one practical we have coming up where I'm required to be able to, stand and move from one table to another during the practical. And if I can't complete the practical, I get a 0 as that. That could drastically affect my grade.
Okay. Do you think that she would allow you to be able to maybe take it by yourself? I know that when I was in college as a physical therapist, we also had practicals. Is it for anatomy or some kind of biology?
Anatomy.
Okay. And where did you go to school? Where do you go to school? I'm sorry.
I go to school at Misericordia University.
Okay. And I also went there. Funny story, but if people missed it, they would always allow them to just sit at one lab table, and they would have either one of the assistants or even the professor just continue to ask you the questions instead of basically going over all the models and everything. Maybe you could see if your professor would allow you to do that. Would that be a good option?
No, I haven't really thought about that, but I like that idea.
Okay. Has it affected your grades in any other way?
No, not really. I had to miss 2 tutoring sessions, but I was able to have the tutor send me notes from the session that I missed.
Okay. So, have you missed any classes or?
I did have to miss a few classes this week. Classes that were, we have one of our health science buildings that's down the road, and I wasn't able to get transportation from my room to that building. So the only
Okay.
classes I could attend were the ones that were on campus.
So, are most of your facilities there handicapped accessible or anything like that, or?
Yes, but specifically for a van. Other than that, we can use a campus shuttle,
Mhm.
but sometimes that's a walk. That's it's kind of out of the way for me to get to it.
Okay, so I think we both realize that this is eventually gonna take a toll on your grades somehow, and we have to figure out a way to get past that and to be able to get your grades to where they should be.
Mhm.
So you're obviously gonna miss classes for your surgery,
Mhm.
and Rochester is a drive from here, so you're gonna probably be gone at least 2 days for that. Am I right?
Yeah.
So have you told any of your professors about the surgery?
I was able to get around to I have 5 professors, so I got to all of them, sending them an email. I saw 2 of them in person, and they seem to understand. They just told me that I can take my time and maybe get the notes from someone else, or that they would try to help me as best as they can. But that doesn't sound too helpful to me personally.
Okay. Well, I think. Do you know if you have any tests or anything during those periods?
Yeah, we have a few tests coming up actually.
Okay. I would discuss with your professors that maybe see if you can either take them before or after the surgery. And you just gotta plan ahead for that. You gotta make sure that you can notify your professors and make sure that they know what's going on because it's gonna affect them just as much as it is you because they're gonna have to grade your stuff if you're not gonna be there, attending class.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I think the best thing now is we have to figure out what your rehab plan is.
Mhm.
So the normal rehabilitation process for an ACL injury is about 6 to 8 months, um, and we do a wide range of things. Basically, we first start out stretching, and then we move into get, getting muscle back onto the knee and just really trying to strengthen it up. Um, so how long do you think that you can do it in? I mean, if it's 6 to 8 months for a normal person, that's ages 35 to 50, 55. Do you think that you can do it quicker than that, or?
Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, I've studied a little bit about how PT programs tend to work since I'm closely related to OT, and I know that your therapy program sometimes at least once a week. But I think that it's going to be the summer. I won't be able to work anyways, so I think I could maybe even try to do 2, 3 days a week, if that's
Okay.
possible.
Yeah, that sounds like a good option because I know that you stated that you would like to be back for your senior year. It's pretty important to you.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're doing it 2 to 3 weeks, and I don't want to push it too hard, I don't want to risk re-injuring it. I feel like we could possibly have it done in 6 to 7 months, and just try to decrease the time a little bit and try to get you back stronger than ever.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be our time frame. Once you get the surgery done, we'll try to discuss it more. But I'm also going to need to talk to your parents about this because you can't go through this process alone. I mean, is it difficult to drive? What knee did you injure?
I injured my right knee.
Okay, and which knee do you drive with?
My right.
So it's obviously difficult to drive because once you get knee surgery, they're not going to allow you to be able to get it to certain degrees, and so you're going to need transportation there. Because it'll be difficult to drive with your left, and we don't want to risk you, driving here and getting in a car crash and, injuring something much worse. I mean, especially in the winter conditions, you could crash and, pay the ultimate sacrifice. But, so we're definitely going to have to talk to your parents about this because you can't go through this alone, mentally and physically. You're going to have people at home that are helping you get your certain knee to a certain degree. That's basically one of the first things after surgery is being able to get it to degrees and being able to stretch it out completely. So you're going to need people there to help you physically each night, maybe 2 or 3 times a night to be able to, get it back to being able to go 180 degrees.
Okay.
And then also getting rides here. I mean, that's one of the biggest things. You're not going to be able to, get back to your goal plan for next year, playing in your senior year if you don't have rides here and you're missing sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know that your parents are going to be fully committed and that you're going to be fully committed to this.
Mm-hmm. I think I can definitely talk to my parents, and they've shown so much support in the past that I'm sure they would be willing to help me when they can. Even if I were to stay at my my residence with my roommates, I think they would want to help me too.
So your roommates would also be able to drive you?
Yeah, I think they would.
Do you live pretty close to campus?
Yeah, we live about 5 minutes away.
Okay, and our ProCare physical therapy is right down the road, so it shouldn't be too tough of a task to have somebody drive you there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're basically all set. Is there anything else that you can think of?
No, that's really it.
Okay. Well, I wish you good luck with your surgery, and I hope everything's good, and I look forward to helping you through this process.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.